Okay, I think we can start right now. Already have 20 participants. Okay, Bu Dian, time is yours, please.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to meet with you here by Zoom. And then I hope all of you in good condition. And then let's start. And if you have any question, just raise your hand or chat your question in communication chat, and then I will try to answer your question as I can, okay? Because nobody perfect, but I will try to answer your question. So thank you, Mr. Yanda, to organize this event, and then I'm so happy. I hope all the participants can get knowledge, a better knowledge about lifting management system, and you can implement it in your organization because as an influencer for safe lifting operation, one of my goals is try to reduce crane accident or lifting operation accident in our organization. Because, uh, accident is really painful for family. So from this program, lifting management system program, I hope that we can reduce crane accident or lifting operation accident in our organization. So without any further ado, I will share my slide presentation with all of you. So you can see my slide presentation. Okay, so now our topic is optimizing safety and cost efficiency by implementing lifting management system. I know this topic, it's quite management system, and then you need support from your management level to implement this program in your organization. So let me introduce first my name, who I am, like this. So, but why I cannot, wait 1 second. Okay, now this is my short bio. Okay, this is my short bio. I'm a proven subject matter expert in lifting operation with over 15 years experience in global oil and gas company. I start my career with British Petroleum, BP Tangguh project in Papua, and after Total Energy and Chevron. I'm proud to have achieved zero fatality accident and significant cost efficiency by implementing a lifting management system in my organization since 2007. And then I'm founder of the Association of Lifting Experts of the Republic Indonesia, or we call it HALOWI, which is now we have approximately 500 members. And then I'm the first woman as subject matter expert lifting operation in my country, Indonesia. And also I'm founder of FDP Consulting LLC in the United States, influencer of safe lifting operation, which has, I think that now almost more than 20,000 people follow me in my LinkedIn worldwide, and then international speaker for safe lifting operation. So my education background, I graduate from civil engineering, and then I have my MBA with high honor from Boston University. And then also I have credential business from Harvard Business School. And then my minor is business analyst from Purdue University. And then last year, June 2023, I achieved my national interest waiver EB2 green card in the United States. And then this is like a green light for me to be a resident in the United States. And if you want to learn more about the lifting management system or business operation to achieve cost optimization for your operation, you just feel free to reach me out through LinkedIn, or you just chat with me if you have my number, and then I will try to help you to solve your problem. So here, first statement, I just want to encourage you with a self-reminder how many crane accidents have we had in our organization for the past few years. Think about that just a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes. Try to think about how many crane accidents have we had in our organization for the past few years. This is the first question that I want to ask you as a self-reminder. And then the second question is, how much money did we spend after the accident happened? So I think that with two questions here, if you answer honestly, you will understand why lifting management system is really important for our organization. Okay. I hope you answered two questions that I asked you. So after self-reminder, I want to bring you for safety awareness. This is a safety awareness. Sorry. Okay, I think that this is not okay. Okay, so with this short video that I share with you, so now, sorry, so now clear that lifting management system is important, number one, and number two, maybe safety in lifting operation that we have currently is just for luckiness factor. It's not because of we comply with the rules, just because of we are lucky. Okay, so now we start. This is a real happen in I think that this is in Indonesia. So if you see here, we have a tandem lift, and then we lifted this girder and then fail. And also this fail. But if you see here, if you see here, during this accident, people just not aware also with safety. You see, some of them not use even safety shoes, no barricade. After the accident happened, just a crowded and mess. So I think that not so many people aware about what they have to do after accident, and then what they have to do to avoid this accident. Okay, and then this also accident for the lifting operation with tandem lift. So now we jump into the topic introduction. What is the lifting management system? What do you think about lifting management system? So here, if you see that I have a table. One is a management system. On the top, I put like I wrote say what you do what you say, and record what you did. This is a management system. Say what you do what you say, and record what you did. What is the meaning of this? So if we see here, say what you do. Say what you do is include all the document or policy or procedure that you have. So you have to say what you do through the document that your company have or policy or procedure. So that's why I told you that document, policy, or procedure is really important. Write down, because this is as a guidelines for you. So everything that you wanna say, you have to write down on your document or your policy or your procedure. And after that, the next column is do what you say. Do what you say. When you have documentation implement, the documentation established, policy or procedure established. So you have to do all of this. Okay, the work must be performed in accordance with the procedure by the organization. But sometimes we have our procedure, we have our document, we have our company rules, but it's quite often we just break the rules. Okay. And then record what you did. The work performed must be documented to provide a reasonable audit trail. So why is important you record whatever you did in your organization? This is really important for audit. So if something happened, just in case if something happened, you don't have any problem because everything you did, you already record. And then it makes sure that you follow the rules. And then after that, the next is a people. So the first one is a procedure. So lifting management system, there is 3 critical points for the lifting management system. First is procedure, and then the next is people, and then the next is equipment. 3 of these items is link each other, and then if you fail one, so that means that you just lucky. If you not comply one, maybe you not comply for procedure, but you have a qualified people, you have a good equipment, but you don't have a good procedure. So that's mean you just lucky. And also, if you have a qualified procedure, but you don't have a qualified people, or you don't have a good equipment, it's the same. You just lucky. And also, if you have a good procedure, you have a good people, but you don't have a good equipment, it's the same. You just lucky. So three item is connected each other, and then you have to think about 3 of them. If you miss one, so accident will always stay around you. Okay, so and then the next is people. People is the organization. What you have to do with people in your organization? Oh, of course, people have to understand what is their roles and responsibility. I mentioned there is competent people. Competent people is different with experienced people or certified people. Competent people is people with experience and certified. So if you only experience but you don't have certificate, can I say that you are competent? I think that not really. Why? Because if something happened and then someone run audit or RCA in your organization, so first they will ask, where is your certificate? Okay. And also, in other way, if you have a certificate, but you don't have any experience, can I say that you are competent? I don't think so. Because there are so many people with a good certificate, but they don't know what they have to do. Why? Because they have a lack of experience. Okay. So think about that. People is equal with competent people. People is equal with competent people. So if you want to become SME, so of course you have to be competent in your skill. And then the next is fit for purpose equipment. Fit for purpose equipment. If you follow me on my LinkedIn, you can see how many times how many often I always discuss about inspection, about audit for lifting equipment. You have to understand what is the difference between audit and inspection. Okay, and then when you have to perform lifting equipment inspection, you have to understand for monthly inspection what you have to check for monthly inspection, for quarterly inspection, for annual inspection, for previous inspection. You have to understand what is the scope for you. And then also you have to understand competent people for inspect your equipment, how you mention competent person for lifting inspector for your organization. What is the requirement that you admit that people qualified, competent as inspector for your lifting equipment? if you don't know if this person qualified or competent to inspect your equipment, how you know that they perform their job properly? So you know, like equipment, even though for equipment is related to people, is related to procedure, right? So if you don't have a qualified procedure for lifting equipment inspection, for lifting equipment checklist, I cannot say that you have a good equipment to use. If you have a good procedure, but your inspector are not competent, I cannot say that you have a good equipment because your inspector don't know how to inspect your equipment. So you see, there is connected each other between procedure, people, and equipment also. So a lifting management system is created to ensure the lifting operation process runs safely and cost effectively and cover three critical areas: qualified procedure, personnel competency, and equipment integrity. Okay, I hope you understand until here. If you have any question, just type in the column section, in the column chat, or you just raise your hand. So a little bit about background. Safety issue in safe lifting operation can severely affect organization and people involved in lifting operation. Of course, right? Of course. And then first question, how do we measure whether our team is qualified or not only certified? Like I mentioned before, right? And then the second question, how do we measure whether our equipment and contractor equipment are in good condition? So not only our equipment, but also our contractor equipment. How we measure that we have a good equipment to be used. And then the last is, how do we measure that we have qualified policy, procedure, and specification? To answer all of these questions, we need lifting management system for our safe lifting operation. So now we know, we already know what is lifting management system. We already know background for us why we need lifting management system. And now we jump into challenge. What is our challenge? To achieve safe lifting operation in our organization. What is our challenge? Number one, lack of awareness. This is number one, lack of awareness. Lack of awareness. Okay. So, why I said that lack of awareness on the top? This is a simple lack of knowledge and a potentially hazardous situation. It refers to the absence of understanding of safe lifting practices and the potential risk that can lead to severe accident and injury. Lack of awareness is equal with lack of knowledge. Because lack of knowledge, so that's why we have a lack of awareness. We don't know what we have to do. Lack of awareness. And then the challenge number two is lack of mindset. Lack of mindset is referred to absence of a safety-oriented attitude. Lack of mindset, this refer to absence of a safety-oriented attitude or the unwillingness to prioritize safety in lifting operation. So it often arises from a workplace culture emphasizing speed and productivity over safety. Okay, so lack of mindset basically come from management level. Oh, you just cut the corner because we have to achieve this progress. Now we already late for our schedule. We have to go ahead. We don't care, even though this is not safe. We don't care. In our mind, just save money, achieve the target. We don't care everything. Just go with a save costs, cut costs, and schedule. Cost and schedule, cost and schedule. Lack of mindset about safety. So lack of awareness from us as a people, as a employee. Lack of mindset from our management. Lack of communication. This is poor communication between lifting personnel and other workers, right? Lack of communication. So you have to be careful with a lack of communication within your organization, especially if you're working globally. Sometimes people not understand your language. So like for example, lack of communication. There is one communication between signalman and crane operator, and sometimes I saw that people, they use just like different or inappropriate signalman to crane operator. Maybe if you come from the same area or the same country, maybe this is familiar, both of you. But if you come from different country, maybe your crane operator not understand what you are, what do you mean with this signal, So this is a simple things that I can see quite often happen on site. So for the communication, this is matter. Okay, so and also for example, as lifting supervisor, between lifting supervisor and lifting crew, or let's say rigger or signalman or crane operator, sometimes they don't have a good communication each other. Maybe crane operator, they're scared to communicate something to lifting supervisor, or maybe for example lifting supervisor, they feel like uncomfortable to communicate with subject matter expert, and this is create lack of communication. Or maybe you as employee, you feel scared or uncomfortable to speak to your manager level. So no matter what your position is, if you find something or if you feel doubt about anything, you just speak up to your manager or to your subject matter expert or to your team. Okay, so lack of communication. And after that, lack of focus. Okay, lack of focus. What is lack of focus? This is addressing a lack of focus involved identifying the cause and implementing solutions such as training. We don't have a proper training. Or maybe health issue. Maybe health issue. Maybe stress or depressed. Or maybe family problem. And this is create a lack of lack of focus for us to perform safe lifting operation. And after that, equipment was old, more than 20 years, insufficient inspection and maintenance, and also unavailable specific supporting lifting and rigging document, including policy, specification, or procedure in your organization. High activity for lifting and rigging. We know that high activity for lifting and rigging, and sometimes people feel like tired, so that's why all of this lack happen. And not sufficient SME in lifting operation. I know that some company, they don't have SME, or they have SME but they are not competent. Okay, so not sufficient SME in lifting operation. And then lack of SME in lifting operation. So not sufficient, for example, in they don't have sufficient SME, and lack SME, this is in organization.
Dia nyoko dulu Chevron, mantan Chevron.
I think that you have to unmute. Ini siapa ya, Mas Yanda ya? So okay, now we
sebenarnya gimana ya? Melatih
not sufficient
belajar bahasa Inggris aja. Sebenarnya mau
of SME. Okay, and then next is this is simple lifting operation organization chart. So on the top is senior management. And after that, CPLO or SME or lifting technical authority, whatever you call in your organization. And after that, we have site lifting operation specialist or loading master. This is, we can say, you can say also lifting supervisor. And after that, we have performing authority. And after performing authority, we have lifting team. And then after that, we have operating permitting authority. And then we have a safety authority, and we have support team. Support team is maintenance team, inspection team. So maintenance, crane maintenance, or inspection inspector, kind of like that. Okay. So we have a senior management, we have a CPLO or SME or technical authority, and then we have a site lifting operation specialist or lifting supervisor or loading master, any kind of title that you have in your organization. And then performing authority, operating permitting authority, lifting team, this is a crane operator, signalman, rigger, and after safety authority and support team. So this is a lifting organization, lifting operation organization chart, as simple as I can tell you, and mandatory that you have. Okay, and then now we try to understand what is their role. So senior management. Senior management is like approval. Okay, approval for any decision that senior management they will approve. CPLO is competent person lifting operation or subject matter expert or lifting engineer. This is we can say as a simple word as advisor for your lifting operation. So they have to give you advice for any kind of lifting operation in your organization. So CPLO goals is to achieve safe lifting operation or zero accident for lifting operation in your organization. So CPLO is competent person. So as a competent person or a subject matter expert, so they have to give you advice. They have to give you advice. Review for the lifting operation plan. This is a job of CPLO. Okay. SLS or load master or lifting supervisor, we can say that their roles supervise lifting activity on site. So they take responsibility for any kind of lifting operation on site. So this is, let's say, supervise, yeah, supervise for the lifting. So their roles and responsibility on site. Okay, but site lifting specialist also can help CPLO to review lifting plan, Okay. Operating authority. Operating authority are the site owner, or I can say that executor, no, not executor, project owner. We can say that project owner, yeah, operating authority. So the site owner is responsibility for safety permitting or handling and lifting operation. Okay. And then operating authority can call SME or CPLO for advice or assistance when required. So they are like, we can say like project manager, this is operating authority. Performing authority is safety guy. They responsibility for preparing GRA like that. And then crane operator, you know, crane operator to operate the crane properly, and also crane operator they have to perform pre-use inspection for crane before use. Pre-use inspection for the crane before use. So how many times crane operator must perform pre-use inspection? 1 time per day, 2 times per day, 3 times per day? How many times? Crane operator perform pre-use inspection for the crane. And anybody can answer my question. You just raise your hand if you willing to answer my question. How many times crane operator must perform pre-use inspection in their organization? Okay, Khaled, you said 1. Any people can willing to answer my question? How many times crane operator perform pre-use inspection? Daily, Asoka said daily, okay. At every lifting operation, Rajiv, you answer every lifting operation. Anybody willing to answer my question? Okay, so I will try. I will answer my one-time prior to work. Normalia MZ, every change crane operator. One at daily prior lifting operation. Okay, so thank you so much for your answer. So, how many times crane operator must perform pre-use inspection for the crane? So the answer is every time they change their shift. So for example, I'm a crane operator and I'm working, I work for the day shift. So I work 6 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the afternoon, right? Sorry, in the evening. So before I start my job, I will perform pre-use inspection for my crane. And after that, somebody will replace my job from 6 o'clock in the evening until 6 o'clock in the morning the next. So before, this crane operator must perform pre-use inspection again before they start operate the crane. So every time change shift, we have to perform pre-use inspection. Not enough only one time. Every time change crane operator, they have to perform pre-use inspection. Why? Just to make sure crane are in good condition before we use. So you as a crane operator, before you use this crane, you have to make sure that everything okay before you use this crane. Okay, before you use this crane. But I know that sometimes crane operator just avoid like that. So they just like, okay, when there is a change the job, and they just jump into the cabin and operate the crane without perform any pre-use inspection. And I can say to you, this is wrong. If something happened with this crane, when you operate the crane, so management will blame on you. So as a crane operator, you have to make sure that before you use your crane, before you operate your crane are in good condition. Okay? And then rigger. What is rigger doing in lifting operation? Okay, rigger is monitoring, sorry, not monitoring, but they contribute also for GRA, and also they organize for rigging and slinging for lifting operation, for lifting activity, preparing loading area, preparing load to be lifted. This is rigger. And then the one important job for the rigger is pre-use inspection for the lifting gear. For the lifting gear that they have to use. What is lifting gear? Shackle, sling, chain, whatever they use for lifting the load. So rigger, they have to perform pre-use inspection for the lifting gear. So now I have a question also for you. Which one is important, pre-use inspection or quarterly inspection or semi-annual inspection? Which one is more important for you? Pre-use inspection or semi-annual inspection or color coding inspection? Which one is important for you? Can you raise your hand or just type your question, your answer? Which one is more important, pre-use inspection or semi-annual inspection? Pre-use, and then anybody? Semi-annual or pre-use? Okay. Okay, so all inspection is important, but pre-use inspection is more important to perform. Why? Semi-annual, it happen only every 6 months, right? I'm as a my name is Dian and I come to your organization, I come to your company as a lifting equipment inspector. Okay, so I bring all my tools and then you show me your equipment and I start doing my job. I start doing my job. I perform semi-annual inspection, NDT, NDT, test function, documentation checklist, everything. Okay, and after that, I put color code on your equipment. But on my report, I will mention this equipment are good condition when I perform this inspection. Because after that, it depends on you. I did my job as an inspector. I did my job as an inspector. I did the NDT, test function, load test, everything. I'm done with that. Okay. But after that, it depends on you. If you not take care of your equipment, if you always perform overload during lifting operation, I'm not guaranteed that your equipment still good condition after 6 months or within 6 months. I don't know how you take care of your equipment. How about your storage? I don't know. How you use your equipment? I don't know. Do you understand how to use your equipment? I don't know either. So, as an inspector, I have to save myself. So I will write down, these equipment are good when I perform this inspection. After that, depend on you. How to use, how to store, how to maintain, it depends on you. So that's why pre-use inspection is really important. Because this is on spot, right? On spot. Before you use, you check. Before you use, you check. Visual check. Okay? And then the next is signalman. Signalman is the provide signal to crane operator. Okay, and then I have a question also for you. In your lifting operation, can I use the same person for rigger and signalman? Can I use the same person for rigger and signalman? Can, okay. No, okay. Can I use? So I'm Dian, I'm a rigger, and also I'm a signalman in the same operation. Can or not? My name Dian. I'm a rigger and also a signalman in the same operation. Can or not? Some of you said can, some of you said no, some of you said can, as long as rigger understand about signalman. Okay, so I will answer. Cannot. Cannot. You know why? Because rigger and signalman, they have a different roles and responsibility. When signalmen start their job, start the beginning. Because start the beginning, they already start to give signal to crane operator. Information to crane operator. When riggers start their job at the beginning, because they already start to prepare load to be lifted. They have to control the load during lifting with a tech line or push-pull sticks. So how one person can do rigger job and also signalman job? But unfortunately, on site, there are so many practice like one person doing a rigger job and also signalman job. But I have to tell you that this is wrong. This is wrong. So one person as two person as a rigger and then one person as a signalman. So how many people involved in lifting operation in the minimum minimum quantity. How many people involved in lifting operation? Minimum people involved in lifting operation. For safety reason, how many? 4, and then how many? 5, 4. So minimum is 4. 1 crane operator, 2 rigger, and then 1 signal. Okay. Okay, so now we continue. This is I can say like initiating event and then ultimate consequence, right? So here, if you see here is physical preventive, we can say that engineering is preventive, administrative is preventive, individual is preventive, and post-incident is mitigation. So in every activity in lifting operation, we have a preventive and also we have mitigation. This is related to risk management system. I will try to discuss with you through my LinkedIn about this, about risk management system, because also risk management system is really important. You have to understand what is preventive action, what is a mitigation, what is hazard when you perform job risk assessment, right? Or risk assessment for your lifting operation activity. So here we have a preventive. So engineering, administrative, and individual is preventive, and then mitigation is post-accident. Okay. So if you see here, preventive, we have here like engineering, certified lifting, rigging equipment, securing and barricade work area. This is a preventive. We call it this is as a preventive. And then administrative, all about administrative. What is this? Procedure, manufacturing, operating guidelines, equipment warning label, safe working load chart, lifting plan, signal man, hand signal, lifting operator certification, training, everything about administrative, this is prevent. And then also individual, like hazard identification, personal protective equipment, tech lines, fit for duty, human performance, use SWA, stop work authorization. I call stop work authorization, I call as SWA. This is all of this is preventive action for your lifting activity. And then mitigation, you use safety devices for your crane, emergency procedure, incident reporting process, anti-two block is part of safety device. All of this is mitigation. Okay, so you have preventive. This is engineering, administrative, and individual, and also you have mitigation. So you see here how many administrative staff we call as a preventive. So if you miss one, I'm not saying that you cannot be safe. You can be safe because there is a luckiness factor, right? But how many times you depend on luckiness factor in your operation? No, you have to comply. Not only lucky, but you have to comply. Okay, so when you lack of preventive or you lack to mitigate your risk, so accident happen. But if you are good to prevent, if you are good to perform anything preventive action here, and then you know how to mitigate your lifting activity, so you are safe and comply. Okay, there are there are, I can say like two factor about safety. Safety because you are comply, and then safety because you are lucky. So which one you decide? Okay, it depends on you and your management. And then this is also organization. You can read here. We start from start. Consider impact of work, review procedure, standard instruction, and then plan work. You have to plan what you have to do, right? You have to plan what you have to do. What will you do? Who and what will your work affect? Determine hazard and mitigation. Identify lift plan and permit. Any specific procedure that you need and get permission. get permission, complete all lifting plan, permit, and everything that you need, authorization, and communication. Miss something? Miss something or not? You have to ask. And then work site preparation. So you have to inspect your location, conduct work site GSA. You have to prepare together with your team on site. And after that, you ask again, do you miss something or not? And after that, verification and validation, ensure ongoing compliance with lifting and rigging standard, ensure safeguard and mitigation measure are in place. After you finish VNV, you ask again yourself, do you miss something or not? When the answer is no, 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 and then after that you start to work, right? When you finish everything, you plan your work, you get permission, you finish work site preparation, you finish PNP job, and after you start your work, okay? After you start your work, you restore. Check your equipment, clean up, storage everything, done. And after you continue again with VNV. Why you have to perform VNV? Because you finish already. Okay. It is important because verify equipment, machinery, worksite is ready to put back in a service by testing and or observation. So you have to learn from your job. You have to learn from previous job. This is VNV after your job and after you close out. So it's kind of like brainstorming with your team. Okay. So this is the flow chart, the simple flow chart that you have to follow to achieve a safe lifting operation in your organization. Okay. You start from start and after plan your work. But look here, you have to stop. Are you trained and confident with your job? You ask yourself, if you're not confident with your job or if you're not trained yet, you have to stop. You don't need to continue to plan your work because you are not confident with this activity. So you have to start and then plan your work, get permission, work site preparation, PNV, and after you start your work, and after work you restore, after restore, verification and validation, and after that you close out. Okay, I hope you can clear understand this. If you have any question, you can ask later on. And after that, also this is another chart. This is another chart about inspection. You can see the flow line here is the same. You have to start. You start from inspection access. So this chart I will share with you in my LinkedIn later on. So I just wanna try to explain briefly about this chart or inspection chart. So before your organization perform any kind of inspection for your lifting equipment, crane or lifting gear, first of all, you have to prepare accessibility for your inspector. Quite often I saw on site that our inspector, they don't have accessibility to perform inspection for our equipment. If they don't have accessibility to inspect our equipment, believe to me, they are not going to perform your equipment properly. They are not going to perform inspection for your equipment properly because there is no access for them. So you have, as the owner of the equipment, you have to prepare access for them to inspect your equipment. Light for them so they can see clearly, location to inspect all of your equipment, access for them. If there is overhead crane, you have to provide everything. If you have to perform load test, you have to prepare the load for load test according to your crane capacity that you want. If you not prepare everything for them, they are not going to perform a good inspection for your equipment. So this is your job as a company representative or owner from the equipment. Okay. And after that, you have to make sure that your inspector are qualified to perform your your equipment inspection. How you know? You have to check their certificate, their qualification, their experience, or maybe also you can perform like assessment, internal assessment for them, just to understand that they understand what they have to do. When I work with Chevron, it's just easy. I asked to my inspector about, can you show me where is acceptance criteria or rejection criteria for shackle from this SME B30? That's it. If I saw that they are quite confused to open the standard that I give it to them, so that means that they never open the standard. So if they never read the standard, how they know that rejection criteria or acceptance criteria for your equipment? Okay. So after they perform inspection and there is a result of inspection, right? Like accepted or not accepted. So if accepted, they will apply color code. And then if not accepted, they just remove, or the other one is repair. Repair. So when the result is repair, you as a owner as a owner or company representative, don't try to argue with them to what I said. Like, for example, we have to repair this item and you try to argue like, can you change this because we still this equipment, we have to use this equipment. Can you apply valid color code for this, and I will do repair after that? No, because as a company representative, as the owner of the equipment, you break the rules. Okay, you break the rules. Okay, so this is the short information that I can give it to you from this chart. If there is a red, that means that rejected, you have to scrap directly, immediately this equipment. But sometimes people not like that. Already apply color code red, and after that, company representative change this red color code and apply the valid one. So that's why there are so many people said that, oh, color code campaign is just painting campaign, because they don't see any value from this activity. But if you are aware, color code campaign is really important. And it's matter for our organization. It's not just to apply valid color code or red color code. Red color code and valid color code, there is a big meaning inside. It's not just like apply without any kind of inspection, it just apply, because we are doing inspection campaign, not painting campaign. Okay, so the next is lifting operation in oil and gas, because I work for oil and gas quite often. What is the leg from oil and gas is 3. Why oil and gas company is quite difficult to perform lifting management system in their organization? Looks like they're not really aware about that, because non-core focus. Lifting operation is quite often is just support. So sometimes they think like, we just spend money without give back the money. It's different with drilling activity, right? If drilling activity, people go for drill and after that they give money for the company. But lifting operation is not like that. We just spend money. But they don't understand. We bring back the money. With what? Safe lifting operation. If we perform safe lifting operation, we not just throw away money for something worse. Okay. And then safety awareness challenge include lack of awareness, lack of mind, lack of focus. This is everything challenge for the company. And also accident caused in lifting operation, most accidents come from routine lift. From routine lift. Do you agree with me? accident caused in lifting operation, most accident come from routine lift. Do you agree with me? Anybody agree with me, or you just like say no, ma'am. In our organization, accident come from complicated lift or heavy lift. But I can tell you, no, lifting accident, most of accident come from routine lift. Anybody agree with me, or you just say no?
I totally agree with you. Most of accident coming from simple
Okay.
lifting operation.
Okay. Do you wanna share your experience?
Sorry.
Do you wanna share with, your experience with me?
Okay, I'm lifting engineer. I'm ADNOC approved.
Mm-hmm.
I work in many countries in Africa and the Middle East.
Okay. So, most accident come from routine lift or not?
From routine and non-routine simple.
If you have to choose between routine and non-routine, which one you choose? Most accident
I
come
think from routine.
from routine. Okay. So some of you said you still dub, and some of you said that from routine. I can tell you this is come from routine. Why? Because when you perform this activity as a routine job, you start to lose everything in your mind. You think that, oh, I'm good enough for this activity. I'm okay with this activity. So you just lack of your awareness, lack of focus, lack of mindset. Because what? Because you said that you can tell to yourself, oh, I did this lifting operation for 100 times, 1,000 times. So it's easy for me. When this statement pop up in your mind, I can tell you, you lack of your awareness, even though you are competent. Okay? I can tell you like that. I can strict to you. I can tell you. If this statement pop out in your mind, you start to lose your integrity because you start to think everything is easy. Everything is easy because this is routine job I did for 100 times. I did this job for 30 years. I did this job the entire of my life. Be careful when this statement pop up in your mind. Okay? So, even though this is routine job, you have to treat them as a non-routine job. You have to treat them as a non-routine job. You have to prepare lifting operation plan. And then another question. So, ma'am, every time I have to perform routine job, I have to create lifting plan. Are you silly? Are you kidding me? So I have to spend a lot of time to perform lifting operation plan for my routine job. My routine job is just to lift it cargo carrying unit from platform to the barge. So I have to perform lifting operation plan for any single lift for my routine job. Anybody can answer my question?
Sorry,
Or
again,
you
your
just
question.
you can speak. You can speak. You can speak and you can share your experience because here we learn together, right? We learn together from your experience. So do you perform lifting operation plan for routine lift?
Yes, sure. Must be
Sure.
with
So
risk assessment.
okay. So anytime you perform routine lift, you have to create lifting plan.
Must
It
be.
take time. It take time to create lifting plan.
Okay, we do a lifting plan. It should be general with
Okay.
general risk assessment. Okay,
Okay.
it can be with sometimes, or change it if something changed. Okay,
Mhm.
or it can
Okay.
be stable in on the site.
Okay. I agree with you. And also I agree with I saw that before someone type here, they say yes. Rajiv, you say yes. Yeah, I agree with you. Yes, of course. We have to we have to perform lifting operation plan for routine lift. So the next question. So, ma'am, I have to perform every single lift. No, you can create a general template for your routine activity, general template lifting plan for your routine activity, and then for any change from your activity, you can discuss with your team during safety toolbox meeting. So during safety toolbox meeting, any change or any update from your lifting activity, you can mention there. You can mention. And you just simple, just write by hand. No need to type. Because this is valid, this is valid evidence that you perform safety toolbox meeting before you execute the job. So there is no reason for you to avoid lifting operation plan preparation for your routine lift. It's just you create one template for general lifting, for general routine lift, and after you adjust during safety toolbox meeting. Okay, safety toolbox meeting. So all of you agree with me, okay? So
Yes,
this is
sure.
that I already mentioned to you why important. Okay. Um, sorry, this I don't. Oh, this is no. Okay, no. Now look this data. If we see this data, I think that this is not valid, but it can be representative for us. You see how many lifting accident? How many? This is I don't know, but I believe that there are so many accident not reported. Yeah, not reported because they try to hiding. Yeah, they try to hide this accident. Um, because if your company had accident and then it will be destroy their reputation. So some company they just hide. But this is published. I found that in Google, and I'm very surprised with this. If you see here, there are so many accidents. You see there how many people die? 297 death involving crane between 2011 and 2017. 297 people die. You see this? So take a breath and then think about that and start to change our behavior during perform lifting operation. Okay. This in Malaysia is the same. Approximately in 10 years, 1,125 reported crane accidents occur, resulting in over 780 fatalities and numerous injuries worldwide. And then in 2015, the number of reported fatality worldwide rose to over 1,000. Increase, right? So you see here. So we have to think about that and what we have to do to reduce the number. Okay. So if you perform lifting management system in your organization, so this is the value that you will get. First, the safety compliance, for sure. Accident prevention, this is for sure. Operational efficiency, this is also for sure. But sometimes people looks like no, we just spend money for lifting management system implementation. We spend money to send our people to do any training. We spend money to hire SME. We have to spend money to to create a qualified procedure. We have to spend money to buy a good equipment. We have to spend money for blah, blah, blah. There are so many reasons, right? So where is the operational efficiency here? Or cost reduction here? You can tell to your management. There is hiding costs if you avoid safety. Hiding costs. That's mean like you can spend a lot of money if accident happen. So we said that this is hiding cost. Nobody can see how much money that you spend if accident happen. But at least if you don't have any accident in your organization, so of course you save this money, and this is great operational efficiency and cost reduction for your operation. Think about that. If you have accident and then your crane have to shut down, think about your schedule. Think about your equipment stuck. You cannot use your crane, but you have to still pay all of the people working with you. This is a cost, right? There are so many costs that you have to pay if you have a crane accident happen. And then asset management. This is asset management. You're monitoring lifting equipment condition, use and maintenance. Data-driven insight. You have a good data for your company. Collecting and analyzing data to improve process. If you have a good data, now we cannot say like based on my experience or I think. No, we cannot say I think or based on. We have to based on data, because data is valid. Our experience or our feeling is not valid. Data is valid. Okay, so with lifting management system, everything record, and all documentation that you record already, it become data-driven insight. And then also this personal development, of course, for you to develop a training matrix to ensure that personnel involved in lifting operation are well prepared and competent. So I can see there are so many companies, they just send their people for training, but at the end that guy not use the certificate that they have from the training. So how many dollar that company already spent for that? But the people don't use the certificate because why they don't use? Because they just like a management level and they just wanna try to collect certificate as much as they can, but they don't use. So you have to develop one training metric. This position must take certificate this. Just to avoid spend a lot of money for training. Okay, and improve integrity of equipment, create inspection and maintenance metrics to ensure lifting equipment is fit for use. You have to create inspection and maintenance metric, like a previous inspection, what they have to do for previous inspection, quarterly inspection, semi-annual inspection, or annual inspection, government certification. You have to prepare metrics for all of this. Okay, so no matter what inspection company come to your company to perform inspection, you have to you already have template for that. You already have template to them. You just give to them, this is our metrics, you just follow this. Okay, so you have a standard for inspection. And after that, qualified procedure for lifting operation. Create and implement the qualified procedure. But I think that the most important, you have to understand what kind of procedure that you need in your organization. Like crane repair. Crane repair, quite often people not aware about that, like crane repair. But if you don't have crane repair procedure in your organization, so any company come to your company and perform repair for your crane, they can bring their own crane repair procedure. But you don't have. But I encourage you to have a crane repair procedure, to have a competent people, a competency personal development procedure, to have a lifting equipment inspection procedure, to have a crane inspection procedure. You have to develop procedure for your organization. But before, you have to understand what is procedure is really important for you for the lifting activity. Okay. And the last is customer satisfaction. If you are contractor or if you are service company, so of course, if you have a lifting management system implemented in your organization, your customer will satisfy with your service, meeting customer requirement and expectation for timely and safe lifting operation, improving client satisfaction and potential business growth. Why potential business grow? Because they trust with you. They trust with your service because you perform lifting activities safely in their organization. So your customer will trust with you, and trustworthy is very important for business, right? Because at the end, business is not only business to business, but people to people. So if your company have a qualified people, competent people, so with their trust with you, and then they will give you a job. But if they don't trust with you, they don't give you the job. If your company get a bad reputation, they are not going to give you a job. So of course your business will decline, not grow but decline. Okay, so the next is of course you already have lifting management system implemented in your organization, but if no have continual improvement process, there is stuck. Okay, so continual improvement include, I know that lifting engineer or SME in some of organization, they just like a contract, but I encourage the company, they must be like a structural position, yeah. Because if SME just a contract, so they're just jumping around within the company. And then at the end, you don't have SME working with you. And then we should clearly understand the number of lifting team member required for our operation based on the complexity and scale of the lifting task. So we have to know how many lifting activity that we have and how many people that we have. People here, I can talk about how many crane operator that we need, how many rigger that we need, how many signalmen that we need, how many lifting supervisor that we need, and how many SME that we need to cover all of area that we have. And after that, the frequency and detail of continual improvement must depend upon statutory and company requirement and best practices. Okay, and inspection, review, assessment, audit, and lesson learned are documented. So lesson learned from previous job. This is really important because we learn by doing. We learn by doing. So we always learn by doing. There is always lesson and learning from every activity that we have from previous one. Okay, and then conduct gap analysis to understand our current condition and the following our goals. So gap analysis is really important as well. So conduct gap analysis to understand your current status and then the next goals that you want to achieve. So summary of lifting management system is lifting management system is important because it ensures safety, compliance, efficiency, and cost effectiveness in lifting operation. And it protect asset, reduce risk, and contribute to overall operational excellence, making it a critical aspect of various industries. So no matter what you come from oil and gas, you come from construction, you come from mining, you come from port, as long as you involve in lifting operation, so lifting management system is really important for you. To understand what is lifting management system is really important for you, because when you understand lifting management system, you start to learn about Lean Six Sigma for the lifting operation. Okay, so lifting management system first as a basic foundation, and after that you can learn about Lean Six Sigma for the lifting management system to analyze which cost is really wasted, you don't need this, and then which one is you really need, which area that you have to improve, and then which area you are okay. So this is lean of the lifting operation. So this is my presentation. It's really more than 1 hour. So this is my, if you wanna connect with me, you can connect with me. This is my WhatsApp number. You can text me. My LinkedIn, you can follow me in my LinkedIn, my email, you can send me email if you have any question related with this topic. You just easily send me email or just send me WhatsApp or just send me message through my LinkedIn, and feel free to follow my LinkedIn page, and then you can you can get some information about safe lifting operation. Because learn together is always the best way. This is me when I work for Chevron. This is many years ago when I'm still young. So okay, thank you
You're
so
still
much.
young. Yeah.
I'm still young. Thank you. Do you have any question? You just raise your hand, and then I will try to answer your question. Or maybe if you have experience that you wanna share, also you can share with all of us. So we can learn also from your experience. So
Uh,
so much.
I have just a point we need to discuss. If,
Mhm.
in British standard, there is no categorization for lifting a plan as routine, non-routine simple, non-routine complicated,
Mhm.
non-routine complex. And instead of this, there is like a matrix decide based on the kind of the risk. Okay, you decide it's complicated or uncomplicated, it's routine or non-routine like that. British standard.
Okay.
So I need to know this categorize coming from which standard exactly.
Okay. So you asked me about where is come from categorized for lifting operation type, right? Like a
Yes,
routine, non-routine, heavy lifting, complicated lifting. Where come from? So
yes,
uh, how many standard that we have for the lifting for lifting activity? There are not so many. OSHA, British Standard, ISME and API, and also marine standard. There is also marine standard for offshore. They explain a little bit about lifting operation offshore. But if you ask me about where come from, there is we don't have lifting operation standard. We have lifting equipment inspection standard, acceptance criteria and rejection criteria for lifting equipment. They explain about lifting equipment, but they not really explain about lifting operation. So if you ask where is come from, so categorize for lifting operation is come from company rules itself. So subject matter expert from the company, they sit down together and they create the company rule, and they decide what is categorized for the lifting operation. When we call this routine job and when we call this non-routine job. Um, this is a job from the subject matter expert. So this is from industry standard. It's not from international standard, but this is come from industry standard, and also this come from what I said, company rules regulation. So company decide the categories sorry the type of lifting operation. Either this is routine or non-routine. So if you see like ASME B30 or API or OSHA or BS, all of these standard talk about equipment. They are not talk about operation. They talk about equipment, how to inspect equipment, acceptance criteria, rejection criteria for the equipment, maintenance for the equipment, um, specification for the equipment. So most of them talk about equipment. So how about the operation? Operation, it depends on company. Because, for example, for me, for my site, when I work for Chevron many years ago in Indonesia, my location is different with Middle East. It's different also with Norway. The characteristic for my location is different. Okay, it's different. So that's why categorization also for routine and routine job is different as well. Like for me, heavy lift it become non-routine job because we don't have so many heavy lift. But maybe for construction company, heavy lift it become non-routine because they always perform heavy lift. So that's why company roles must be decide the categorization of lifting operation within their organization. Like for example, wave for the offshore. You can find in SME standard about wave, right? But it depends on your characteristic site as well. Like list and trim for the bars. If I apply like list and trim for the bars 1 degree, it is very difficult for me because I don't have like that, for example. So that's why company rules is more specific related to their uh, organization characteristic. But standard mentioned in general. As a company representative or subject matter expert, it depends on you. Either you wanna make a strength your company roles or lower from the standard. But basically, company role is more strength rules compared than a standard. I hope you satisfied with this answer.
Yeah, completely
Anybody
satisfied, Jan. It's okay.
any question? Okay, Nazar. Nazar, yeah.
Thank you, Dian, for your presentation.
Hmm,
Previously, I already wrote in the chat, maybe missing by yourself. Some based on your presentation,
hmm,
there are most of lifting incident
hmm,
in the data you already presented.
hmm.
Sometimes the example is for the most of lifting incident caused by tipping load.
Okay.
Is there any applicable standard for the tipping
Your
loads?
your voice break. Can you repeat again?
As according to your presentation regarding the lifting accident, based on your presentation, have many data.
Mm-hmm.
Most of lifting accidents caused by tipping load.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the example, uh, the tipping load requirement, maybe you are one of the subject matter expert regarding for this one. Could you please explain and give as per applicable code for this one, Miss Dian? Thank you.
Okay, so you mean like applicable code for tipping, yeah?
Yeah.
You have to know yeah, I agree with you. Like tipping for the crane is one of common factor for the crane accident. I agree with you. So first, you asked me about applicable code. Now we have to understand tipping. Tipping is only for mobile crane, right? Tipping is only for mobile crane. Okay. So mobile crane, mobile crane procedure, mobile crane procedure, you can read on ISME B35. This is about mobile crane. You are not going to find like a tipping for offshore because tipping is quite often happen in mobile crane activity. So mobile crane you can refer to ISME B30. Okay, this is number one. but also for mobile, and also ISME B30.3. This is for tower crane. ISME B30.22. This is for articulating boom crane. So this is for the tipping from ISME. But also we have from OSHA. We have also from OSHA. I think that if I'm not wrong, is OSHA 1926 1401. This is about crane rigging and lifting operation. And also OSHA 1926. I think that if I'm not wrong, 1415. This is about LMI. Crane safety device, kind of like that. And also it's the same OSHA 1926. I'm not sure, like a 14 something. This is about safe operation. Your question I will write down in my LinkedIn, and you can read properly my answer. I'm scared if I'm wrong to answer about OSHA the number. But I know that from ASME for sure, that ASME B30.5, B30.3, B30.22. But OSHA is, I'm sure that OSHA 1926, OSHA 14, sorry, OSHA 1926 1401. This is about crane. And then the next, I'm not sure, but there is also OSHA mentioned about LMI and also load control safe operation. But I promise you I will write down in my LinkedIn, and then you can answer, you can read complete answer for standard applicable code. And also ISO, we have also some from ISO. But also I will write down in my LinkedIn for the section ISO, so you can use as a guideline. And also from BSEN, we have also some from BSEN. BSEN is BSEN 13000. This is about crane, mobile crane. And also EN 14439. I think this is about tower crane. And also Lawler, Lawler also mentioned about that. And more specific, you can found in crane manufacturer guideline. So you have to refer, most of them, you have to refer to crane manufacturer guideline. And then also you have to understand why tipping happen. So understand about code is important, but the most important is you have to understand why tipping happen. Why tipping happen? First, crane load limit. You break the rules for the crane load limit. Stability and ground condition. You not check for the stability and ground condition. You not check about that stability and ground condition. You not check soil. You not check there is slope or not. So this is also create a tipping for your crane. Crane setup. You not proper setup for your crane. You not proper inspect your crane. Lift planning. You don't have a proper adequate lifting operation plan. So this is most of the reason why tipping happen. Yeah, so crane setup, like full outrigger or not, you don't know. You don't know how to calculate this. Stability and ground condition, you don't know. And crane load limit also, you not check. But now I'm developing for software, engineering software for crane stability. And I hope that end of this year or early next year, I'm ready to launch my new software for crane stability calculation. And hopefully, if you understand how to use this software, it can help you to avoid tipping for your operation. And I will let you know when my software, not my software, our software ready for launch. I will invite you for trial class, and then make sure that you register also yourself for trial class for pet eyes software. This is also important. If you don't know how to design good fat ice for your load. So of course, load failure. This is another accident can happen. Load failure. Your crane's okay, but your load will fail. So for tipping, you have to think about why tipping happened and then what is applicable code. But applicable code I already mentioned to you, ISME, LOLER, ISO, OSHA, but I will mention exactly detail about that so you can check later on. And then any question?
One more thing, Dian. Anyway, thank you for your complete explanation. Appreciate it for that one. So another one, I'm working in the yard fabrication, one of the yard fabrication. Sometimes our management is not agreed with our lifting plan. One of the sample during we load out for the bars or our platform to before going the sail out. Sometimes the master dog is using the undercarriage of crane without preparation of the support launching adequately, and sometimes the master dog is easy thinking regarding that one. And then another factor regarding the limited size, if using some winch or support launching tools. And then what is the best way in your point of view regarding what is the recommended for the support launching to explain our master dog? That's a sample, Ma'am Dian. Can you give advice for me? Thank you.
I'm not get your question. I mean, what is your question? What is
The question is for towing during our load out the platform before sail out. Sometimes the master dog is using sling to attach it to the undercarriage of crane.
okay?
So it will be broken later on if utilized continuously. So what is the best advice from your point of view to inform the master dog that's a wrong condition, that's a unsafe condition? What is the best way to inform that one?
Okay.
Yep.
What is the best way to inform them that, hey man, you are doing unsafe job? It's kind of like that, right?
Yes, correct.
So how you can tell them about their job is unsafe condition, and then so they listen to you. It's kind of like that, right? Okay, so um you know sometimes it's very difficult. This is, I can say, you have to deal with lack of communication. Like one of challenge that I mentioned before is lack of communication, right? So now you have to deal with lack of communication one, and then the second one is lack of mindset. So how to tell them that they did something wrong? For me, if you already mentioned to them that this is improper and then they're not listen, I had experience like that before with Chevron. I have to deal with crane operator. I know that this is not safe, this is unsafe, and I try to save their life. But at the end, they not listen to me. I tried many times to tell them, but they don't listen to me. Until at the end, I give up. And after that, you know what I have to do? What I did before? I just apply SWA. Safe working, no, safe working law, sorry. Stop work authorization. I just apply stop work authorization right away and submit to my management. If I already tell you one times face to face, you not listen to me. 2 times, I tell you again face to face, and you not listen to me. Why I tell you that why I tell you? Because I care with you. I don't wanna you have any problem with your life. Because I care with you, I have to take decision to apply stop work authorization. When you apply stop work authorization, it will be different because catching catching eyes from your management level. When you apply stop work authorization, so automatically your operation stop. And this is formal way that you can apply to stop unsafe behavior from other people. And after that, you can address potential hazard can be happen with this practice. You cannot say verbally to people, because if you say verbally to people, they will hate with you. They don't know that you care with them. They don't know about this. But if you apply stop work authorization, this is automatically stop your operation. And when stop operation, so meeting will happen, yeah, or RCA will happen because somebody stopped the job. And who can apply stop work authorization? Anybody can apply stop work and a stop work authorization. Even though cocky from your restaurant, from your galley, can apply SWA if they see potential hazard with your activity. All people can stop. Okay, so try to apply stop work authorization to encourage people with safe behavior. Okay, Mas Nazar. So I hope you satisfied with my answer. Any question? Or if you still have any question later on, you can pop up in my LinkedIn. You can tag me and then I can answer, or you can directly send me a message through LinkedIn or to Mas Yanda. If you know Mas Yanda number or you already have my WhatsApp number, you can just text me also. Connect with me with LinkedIn. I will be happy to answer your operation.
Okay, guys, I think time is over. Yeah, we already over 40 minutes. But if you have any question or more elaboration about your case, you can contact directly Miss Dian. I think regarding the presentation file, you can also get it from the Miss Dian LinkedIn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe uh, all of you have some issue, but I think we should be close right now. But I wish the next time we still have any session to discuss more detail about the lifting operation with Dian. But I think you can give the closing, Dian, for our session tonight.
Yeah. For the closing is thank you so much for your time, and then I'm so happy we connect here through Zoom. Even though I stay here now in the United States, and then some of you stay in Indonesia, or some of you stay in other country, but we meet each other here through Zoom, and we can share our knowledge together, our experience together, and this is really worth it for me, and I really appreciate with your time, with your story, with your question, and as a subject matter expert, myself as a subject matter expert, and now I'm not working anymore in one of company, but I try to run my own company here in United States, and I changed myself become business not business influencer, safe lifting operation influencer, and I will never stop to influence you for safe lifting operation in your organization. So let's do it together, because I cannot do by myself to reduce any crane accident worldwide. But I believe that if if we work together, it is possible to reduce the number. And thank you so much. Please feel free to connect with me in LinkedIn, and have a great day for all of you. I think that I still have a question from Nazar about, I just read about recommendation for any support launching before sell out the platform. I will post my answer in my LinkedIn. So I already write down all the here, here, and I will try to answer in my LinkedIn. So feel free to check in my LinkedIn also for applicable code, yeah. Because I'm very difficult to remember the number, because I'm too old now. I'm 43, so I start to amnesia sometimes for the number. There is so many number that I have to remember, but I remember quite often. I remember very well ISM ISME. I remember because the number is not too long, like ask me B 30.5. Oh, this is for mobile crane. But for ISO, OSHA, is the number is too many, kind of like that. So I will explain. I will write down for you. I have the note for this, and I will share with you all of this code, and hopefully your company have this code so you can read and learn from them. So sorry. This is also in several cases during platform launching. Okay, also this is, so I will answer all of your questions in detail in my LinkedIn due to the time limit now. So thank you so much, everyone. All the best for you, and let's still connect through LinkedIn, no matter where we stay. I'm here and you are in your place, but through LinkedIn, we can always share our knowledge, and together we can reduce the number of accidents for the for the lifting operation, and of course, we save people life. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I have a good day. Good day for me, because I'm still like 10 o'clock in the morning. And then maybe have a good
Okay,
night for
good
you in
day, Dian.
Indonesia. Thank you
Good
so
day.
much.
Good day.
Safe and all the
Nice.
best.
Thank you, Kak. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.